I ain't gonna lie to you. I think enough time is set in for me to finally sit and talk about one of the worst jobs I ever worked at my whole entire existence. I'm talking about worst job. Not gonna lie to you. I'd rather blow my head smooth off before I go back there. I don't think that's crazy to say. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I hated this job so much, I'm gonna even say their name. Now, I already know, you know what I'm saying, a little bit last year, I was supposed to be talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I know I spoke about it here and there, but I ain't really going into details of what was really wrong with this job, right? So, hey, December 1st, let's go ahead and get this out the way. New year, new mindset, whatever, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna say probably around like February, nah, I'm gonna say March. March, I'm gonna go ahead and say March of 2024, right? I was still in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? I was still out there in Denver. So boom. If you know me, you already know I was working at Planet Fitness for a minute. That job, I ain't gonna lie, it don't even come into comparison to how bad Cinemark was. Yep. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I was working at Cinemark. Now, if you don't know what Cinemark is, think about it like Harkins, movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Big movie theaters, whatever, whatever. Now, I'm gonna say this. I always thought working in a movie theater was one of the best experiences you could ever have. Mind you, around watching movies all day long, popcorn all there, you know what I'm saying, discounted snacks, discounted movies, free movies, whatever. I'm like, the perks is there, bro. It don't get no better. And on top of that, I got to lead Planet Fitness, so I was so happy. You know what I'm saying? Job still not far away. Hey, it's an increase, but not that much. Life is good in my head, right? So boom. I should have known the job was bad when I walked in for the interview. All right, so mind you, I'm geeked up about this one. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm real hyped about this job. Think, oh yeah, bro, this is it, bro. This is where I'm really gonna rise up in the ranks. I'm gonna be a manager. You know what I'm saying? First, I get there for the interview. I'm walking in with a resume. Hey, people don't even do that no more. That should let you know how much I want that job.
This is a sick Negro.
So I walk in, right? I'm letting people know I'm here for an interview. They say, all right, cool. Now, y'all know when you go into a movie theater and then you already know it's that podium box, they said stand right there. I'm standing next to security. I'm kind of looking at them like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of giving it one of them. Boom. They say, hey, you here for the interview? I say, yeah. So, all right, cool. Just walk me back here. We'll handle the interview. That interview was, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I think I was just in the utility closet. Still try to let it slide. So then the managers end up coming in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think it's crazy to say, so I'm gonna say it anyway. Guess in life, it gets to the point where you're too old for a role. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're 40 and up, the last place you should be working at is a movie theater.
This is a sick Negro.
And I don't care how nobody feels about that. I'm gonna die on that hill. There's no way that you love, at the end, matter of fact, let's go switch this up. There's no way you should be working in a movie theater at over 40 years old and you don't even like to watch movies. What are you doing with your life? I don't think this is crazy to say. I really think I'm spinning right now, because think about it. You mean to tell me you don't even join up on the team for perks? You join up for $17.34, buddy. Eliminate yourself. Dead serious too. Walk in. I ain't gonna lie to you. My managers, he had to at least be 50, 58. I'm not gonna lie to you. And yes, I'm saying all this because I don't care about them now. And yes, I would say it to their face. I'm not gonna lie to you. I even say it to their children. Because I thought these were all people who were gonna stick by me. You know, the people who switched up first. I do the interview goes well. They say, hey, we're gonna let you know if we, you know what I'm saying, want you to join the team. You know what I'm saying? But hey, go ahead and sign this paper though. I'm like, what's this? They was like, oh, this is just, your sign-in info. Mind you, they said that at the beginning of the interview. At the end of the interview, they said, put down your availability right here. We're gonna call you within the next 3 to 4 business days. I already knew I had a bag I already knew I had the job in the bag. So, you know what I'm saying, next couple days go by, boom, get a call, locked in, ready to go. First day I get there, that training was, it was a mess, but I guess I understood it. I'm still here. I can't really say nothing else.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Now, like I said, I'm thinking this job is gonna be the best one I ever worked at. Job was cool for about a month. I want to say within like a month and a half, I hated it there. I want y'all to realize when I say this, at this job, I was the jolliest person around. Like, I don't think y'all realize, I love movies so much that I ain't gonna lie to you, whatever the negatives of that job was, I didn't care. Mind you, I'm being around movies all day long, movies I haven't seen, movies that's, you know what I'm saying, getting played for the first time, movies that's getting reruns, all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you, when I say I was the jolliest person alive, you would think I was in a 2001 Disney Channel show. That's how bad it was. I'm telling everybody, good job. Hey, you have a great day. You have a good day. Hey, you good? You sad? You good? Whatever. Mind you, I'm that type of person. I'm the one making sure my team is good. Real, I ain't gonna lie, real employee. I was never that jolly any other job other than that one. And like I said, that lasted for a month and a half. I was ready to eliminate myself. If you would have been watching a horror movie, you would have saw me having my final kill cam. So this is what starts to happen within a month and a half of me working now. I'm thinking the job is cool. I went from being jolliest person to being just the most grumpiest dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hated it there. I couldn't even put on no fake smiles. I stopped asking people how they were. I started saying, whoop-dee-doo. I started saying it is what it is.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
At that point, that's the mindset I have to have, was it is what it is. Because I realized there, we working in a movie theater and everything we doing is drama related. I don't know how, but so many beefs started happening left and right. And mind you, I'm out of it. Every time somebody asked me about it, I said, damn, bro, I didn't even know. Listen, that's what I was saying because I really didn't know. Hey, shout out to him. Hey.
Sneak designs, that's that shit I don't like.
Like I said, bro, I don't like to be in beef. I don't like to be a part of. I don't like to be no parts of it. And mind you, this time it's snowing. It's snowing. It isn't like I'm working at the movie theater the best time of the year. If anything, I'm working the worst time. Now, mind you, I was always trying to be the last person to leave. I don't want to help everybody. Like, that's what I'm saying. That job, I was giving in 130. You don't even say 110%, 130%. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Time comes. I don't know how I end up getting into a beef. I don't even know it. And see, this is what I should have realized. I'm not a morning person. So the day they gave me a morning shift, I should have just never went in. Because mind you, at that time, everybody, they was just cool being a no call, no show. They looking around like, hey, did you see where, let's go with, did you see where, just go ahead and go with Chris. Did you see where Chris went? I'm like, nah, I ain't even seen Chris today. It's like, oh, I guess he must have called off. And then just walked away. The whole time, I should have been taking advantage of it that morning. They wanted me there at 9 a.m. And I realized people really show up at 9 a.m. for a movie. You might be a serial killer.
This is a sick Negro.
How do you wake up, first thing on your mind is, let me go get some salty popcorn and go watch John Wick 4. Let's go ahead and give you this.
This is a sick Negro.
I'm telling you, I seen it for myself. I seen a dad and a father walking up to the movie theater. They both still had pajamas on.
This is a sick Negro.
I don't think y'all washed y'all face, brush your teeth. I don't think you did none. I think you just got up and went.
This is a sick Negro.
Now, mind you, like I said, I'm not a morning person, and mind you, I was coming from working shifts from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm used to working night shifts. I'm not used to being around all these people all day. So my shift was from 9 a.m. to I think like 4. I think it was like 4, maybe 3, right? Because I'm working now. Mind you, I'm thinking, all right, this is just going to be another day, whatever. And I can see who I was working with. So I'm like, all right, cool. Everybody start coming in around this time. That just give me time to set up, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get prepared. I walked in there, I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting everything ready. Mind you, I've never opened in my life. Nobody even helped me. It took me 20 minutes to get inside. After the first 10 minutes, I should have just went the hell home. I should have just went home and just lied and said, oh, I thought y'all was closed. Then when they asked me to come in, I said, delivered. Do not follow up because I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch the chat. So me, I'm working in, you know what I'm saying, a little, what is the area where you make a popcorn? Concession stand. That's where I'm working. By myself, mind you. Never did this before. Cool. Whatever. Yeah, one of my coworkers show up. Her ass was the reason why everybody turned on me. To this day, I still don't know what happened. I'm working with her, right? Out of nowhere, she started talking shit.
Shit just got real, things are getting intense now.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. It was like an anime moment. I heard her say something. I kind of just went.
Shit just got real, things are getting intense now.
She don't know. In my past, I was a pro at talking shit. I was always good at talking shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still am. But I'm not as goated as I once was. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Type of dude I am. I'm gonna let you go the first time. I'm like, ha. But at one point it started becoming ha to just, now I'm locked in. There's no saving you from what I'm about to say. So I'm gonna talk shit back. Mind you, we had that same friendly dynamic from like 10 a.m. all the way to like 12. At 12, I don't know what personality switch done happened. Mind you, the session stand is pretty much full. This is one big tall dude. I don't even know who he was. I was just talking just because he was black. I was black. Black Kings United. Black Panther forever. I don't know. I started talking to him. I'm telling her about Shorty. I'm like, yeah, bro. You know, so I think she was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We've been kind of having this dynamic all day. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? It might be something else. And mind you, where she is and where I am is like this. I'm behind the concession stand. She's in front of it, and she's putting drinks up. And it's like 4 of them doing it. It's like 4 people filling up one concession drink stand. Right? Cool. Talking to him, and I noticed that she keep turning around. So boom, at one point, I was just like, I was like, watch, she finna turn around again. She turned around, started spazzing. Whoa, what just happened? So as she's spazzing out, she just started saying the process, I don't know why you have a problem with me. I didn't do nothing to you.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck
I'm like, mind you, I'm literally sitting there the calmest I can be. I'm literally saying, I have no problem with you. Literally, sitting there the whole time, literally just saying, I do not have a problem with you, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Now, I already know some people, if they was gaslighting, They probably like, hell no, bro, you ain't really sad. You was spazzing too. I really wasn't. Because I didn't even care that much about that damn job after that. When she started spazzing on me, I ain't gonna lie to you, I honestly stopped caring about that job at that time. So I ain't gonna lie, as she's spazzing out, we looking at each other, mind you. I said he tall. I'm looking at him like, what the hell just happened? He's like, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know half of what's going on. Right? So now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what's going on. Only thing I know is I looked one way, I turned around, she disappeared. She was gone for like the past 10 minutes. Out of nowhere, I turned, mind you, I said 10 minutes. So 10 minutes later, I'm doing something completely different, erased it out of my mind. I remember I turned back around, all I see is her face fully red and her talking to two managers, and they walking slow like they're concerned, like they kind of just looking like, out of nowhere, they all lined up, synchronized together. I swear I cannot make this up. They all turned around and looked at me like this. Mind you, I turned around, I'm like, me? I'm so confused. I'm like, and then I just think, I'm like, bro, ain't no way she just did all this. I remember that was the first thing I said. I said, bro, ain't no way she's still going off about this. Man, only thing I know is she disappeared. She didn't even show back up. Mind you, like I said, the two managers who walking with her, these are the same two managers who interviewed me. These are the same two managers who just gave me this job. And literally, I told them before I even started, I said, I don't like drama and I don't want to be involved in drama. Next thing I knew, I was involved in it.
Shit just got real, things are getting intense now.
So boom, they end up walking away. Like I said, they disappeared again. Within probably like another 20 minutes, within like another 20 minutes, they end up calling the radio. They was like, hey, anybody who was here since morning shift who want to go home, you free to go home. Now that I'm hearing that back, that was probably directed towards me because it was only me and two other people. I probably should have picked up the hit right there.
Shit just got real, things are getting intense now.
So then, boom. I said, who look around? I said, all right, anybody else going? I said, fine, I'll go home. Whole time I was the intended target audience. I was the intended target audience. Intended target audience. As I'm walking back, I see big dude walking back. So I'm like, what happened, bro? What, you good? He was like, I don't know what's going on. The only thing I know is when they told me to come back, that they started asking me about what was going on. I said, what you mean? What? I said, what's going on? He's about to, you thought what you and her had going on. So now I'm thinking, what the hell is going on, and why ain't nobody saying nothing? So mind you, I'm gonna have this layout for you. It's two sides of the movie theater. One side is the long list of movies. Other side, long list of movies. It's like 20 auditoriums there. So if I have to leave, I have to walk towards the right side auditorium, and it's a hallway, but it's split two ways. So basically, kind of think of like this: one long hallway, two long hallways, and then one side leads to the front door, other side leads to the garbage. Right? Boom. I hope it makes sense to you, because it might not. I don't know. So in order for me to leave, I have to go. You know what I'm saying? I have to go back to the little employee lounge. I have to go get my stuff out, and then I can leave. But right across the hall from the employee lounge is the employee office, or like the manager's office, whatever. Like they little back room. I'm like, I'm walking back there to go get my stuff because I ain't want to forget nothing. Right? So boom, get all my stuff. I end up walking. Tell me why, as soon as I hit that corner, Only thing I hear is a door open. I hear footsteps running towards me. Literally, only thing I hear is the door open. I hear just chill. It wasn't like that, but you know what I'm saying. So I turn around. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, hey Sean, can you come to the office with me? I'm like, damn, here we go. Let me just see what's finna happen. I walk into the office. When I tell you these niggas had a whole investigation going on me as I speak. I get in, I'm like, yo, what's the word? And as soon as I walked in, I hit the corner, I said that, I looked down the computers, these niggas already have cameras pulled up. Mind you, I've been in the office plenty of times and they never had the cameras pulled up. And it was Shorty standing right there, the manager who got me, and the manager who was talking to her. And then, I'm lying, the manager that was talking to her came to get me, and the manager who interviewed me, so basically the two of them, the first one was sitting down writing, she was typing something up. I'm lying. Damn, I'm messing this story up. Listen, just shit was a year ago. All right, run it back. Erase everything you heard. I walk into the room, there's one manager that was talking to her. There was one manager, all right, so it's both of the managers who interviewed me. One was talking to her, other one was on the computer looking at cameras. It was another manager sitting right there typing up the report, right? I had to make sure I get it all done. There was another random employee back there doing their training. I walk in, I'm like, yo, what's the word? She started spazzing out on me again.
This is a sick Negro.
Mind you, I didn't have no beef with this girl. She literally was on stage 8 level on delusional. I couldn't believe this. I'm like, I'm finna turn the Moon Knight and transfer my other personality to attack you right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because it wasn't even like they was making the whole situation better. Everybody in that room made the situation 10 times worse than what it was. Because when I walked in, I'm not thinking nothing about it. I'm thinking they finna let me know, hey, we need you to switch shifts with somebody, something like that. She started going off on me, and then she ended up, the manager who was talking to her, they ended up walking away with her. And they came back, they was like, so I don't even know. What did she say? I had to say this word for word. Kind of picture this day back. Only I know is she walked away with her. That's what I did. I walked over to the manager on the computer who was watching the cameras, and literally the whole time, they got a whole allegation about me talking about I threatened to fight her. I told her, we can go handle this outside. What black Negro do you know is gonna say, let's go take this outside? Mind you, I'm from Chicago.
This is a sick Negro.
You really think I'm finna go say, let's go step outside? If I wanted to whoop your ass, I would have whooped your ass right then and there. I don't need to wait till we get outside. At that moment, I'm thinking, let me calm down. But at the same time, I have to come back to the realization, no, I didn't want to whoop your ass then, but I do want to whoop your ass now. Call your brothers, call your uncles, call your aunties, call your grandmothers, your grand uncles. I don't care. Call them all for all I care. I'm sitting there looking at the cameras with her. And mind you, as she's sitting there looking at the camera, she said at least 5 times, I don't know, I can't find it. So then the manager ends up coming back. She's like, all right, Sean, yeah, you could just go for the rest of the day. I'm like, so what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? They was like, oh, don't worry about it. You'll just find out on your next shift. I ain't gonna lie. She was ready to dismiss it as we speak. And mind you, like I said, the manager who was typing up shit, I still don't whoop his Frankenstein looking ass. I hope I come across you again. I need to whoop your ass. I need at least a 60-second fade with you. I don't like you, boy. I hope you see this clip too. If you think I'm talking about you, yes, I'm talking about you. Now, boom. I ain't gonna lie, I sit there, I say, hold on, y'all don't even want to know my side of the story first? Swear to God, can't make this up. Swear to God. She said, all right, what's your side? That's when I knew, oh yeah, these niggas already put a case up on me. I'm guilty as we speak.
This is a sick Negro.
At that point, I already knew. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, these niggas don't care about me. So I told her my side, told her everything that happened. She said, all right. She said, all right, yeah, we'll just handle this on your next shift. Just go home. So I ain't gonna lie, as I'm leaving out, people start asking me, hey bro, what's going on? I literally could only just tell people I don't know, because literally I don't know. How the hell y'all put me up in the case? I don't even know what's going on.
This is a sick Negro.
I go home, telling my people about the situation, telling them what's going on, right? Mind you, when I left, they said, just try and stay away from each other. Cool. So I'm making sure I ain't got no more shifts with her as I pull up to the crib. I don't want to work with your ass ever again, because if you're going to put a false case on somebody, that means your ass is definitely not the one to be around when some shit pop off. Boom. Next shift comes. I walk in. No, not when I walk in. This little dude I knew, he was a cool dude. I ain't gonna lie, he only worked 3 shifts, and I think he just left. I think he just quit. I remember as the next shift I'm going in for, my homie ended up walking out. Cool white dude. Walked out with his kid and his girl. He's like, damn, bro, what's good, bro? I ain't see you in a minute. You know, so I heard you got suspended.
Shit just got real, things are getting intense now.
I'm like, what you mean suspended? He was like, yeah, bro, they was saying you got suspended. I didn't even know you even still worked here. What? What do you mean you didn't know I still worked here? Mind you, my break was only 4 days. Only had a 4-day break. Because mind you, it's like 100 people working there. I'm like, nah. I said, nah, bro, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't had no shifts. Because mind you, the shifts came out 2 weeks prior. So that was your shift for the next 2 weeks. Mind you, this was not a shift change week. This was the same shift. I said, nah, bro, I still work here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really happened. I was like, I don't know all of what happened, so I can't even tell you what I know. Like, oh, bro, all right then, bro. I'm gonna catch you later, man. My friend, we finna go out. Like, all right, bro, cool. I'll catch you later. I walked in, and you just felt instant judge. Like you felt like you were just being judged as you walked. I'm getting dirty looks from every single person. Mind you, everybody who's looking at me, I would have whooped your ass that day. I would whoop your ass today. Oh, Jesus. I would have never lost a fight with anybody who wanted it. And I'll whoop you in front of your family. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, and then I remember I walked past the register. And it was a tall, I ain't gonna lie, she was tall as hell. She was a cool ebony shorty. I'm talking about shorty. Her ass was tally, ebony tally. She was taller than me, damn near. So that means she's 6'5", Jesus. I remember I was walking past. I was like, yo, what's going on? Out of nowhere, she just goes, oh well, blah 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 said that you had hit her. I said, what? She said, yeah. She said, yeah, she had to go home because she was crying and she just didn't feel well. She lucky I ain't see her that day. I would have told you, bitch, be for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm thinking it's just her. And then, as I was finna walk off, she was like, "I don't know. Well, you should probably go get changed so you can start your shift now." Like, 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 bitch, don't dismiss me. Who the fuck is you? You think just because you 6'5", I won't hit you with the same cash register that make you 3'2"?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, I don't care because you tall. Shaq tall too, but ain't no way he invincible. So I'm like, all right, bro, niggas just being weird. I remember I go back to the break room, I change, boom, come back. I ain't gonna, I'm working in concession stand for like 10 minutes. Next thing I knew, this was another manager that wasn't there that day. I remember he called me in the office. He was like, hey bro, can you come with me like quick to the office? I'm like, yeah, I got you. As we walk in there, I don't like how they ass was trying to be friendly with you, knowing damn well they was a villain. This man was talking to me, talk about some, all right, how's your day going so far? Boy, fuck you. Sometimes you gotta take a woo sign, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take a minute just to speak, you know what I'm saying? Hey, take a water break too, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to calm down. Anyway. I go into the office. Tell me why these niggas put a whole case on me. And when I came back, only thing I saw was Sean threatened to fight an employee on shift. We do not tolerate threats or violence.
Fuck 'em. Yeah, I'm a hater. Fuck your rent.
I said, bro, I'm not signing this. He was like, wait, what's wrong? I was like, bro, for one, when I came into the office, nobody cared about my side of the story and they already had cameras pulled up. I was already guilty when I walked in there. And now when I come back, y'all telling me I have to just accept this and move on? He was like, wait, so the managers who went over this with you, they didn't ask you for your side? I said, bro, when they asked me for my side, I told them, then they said, okay, fine, just go home. He was like, all right, well, I'm gonna need you to type down whatever happened. Mind you, when I typed this down, I went paragraph for paragraph where the manager must have only just word out three sentences and just said, it's time for me to go home. Mind you, I gave a detailed description of everything that went down. And then within like the next, I want to say the next few minutes, they told me my privileges have been revoked. Meaning I can't use none of my privileges or my perks. Boy, fuck you then. I'll leave. Like, I'm not the 60-year-old manager who's relying on this to pay 4 kids. I'm not relying on this job like that. I'm cool if I leave. She's not. Her life is going to go into decay. She's going to disintegrate Avengers Infinity War style. Not me. I'm going to be cool. I still have life. She doesn't. Hers is already on the privileges of getting... Never mind. I'm not even going to say. I'm just going to chill. I'm not even going to say. I'm just going to chill. Because if I say, I ain't going to stop. As y'all see, I hate this job. I never go back. I had to calm down, man. I feel my boy. I feel my blood, you know what I'm saying, building up, burning up. I feel it. It's probably when my gray hair started. So talking to dude, mind you, he black, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, Wakanda forever, right? So mind you, I never had no problems with him. If anything, he was a cool dude to me. A little did I know, I should have been watching out for him.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm gonna get into the story a little bit later. Now, I remember, you know what I'm saying, at the end of that conversation, he was like, yeah, so basically, you know what I'm saying, your privileges have been, you know what I'm saying, revoked and suspended for the next 2 weeks. Now, mind you, this is when Godzilla versus, no, not versus, Godzilla Kong King Empire came. This is around that time. So this is like whatever timeline that was around the time when this was happening. I remember that I wanted to go see a movie, but I wasn't finna pay for it when I work here. That don't make no damn sense. That's like, I don't even know. That's like you working at McDonald's and not leaving with at least a 4-piece. What are you really doing there? I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Whatever. Now, mind you, the next shit that came that made me want to leave was this right here. It's already bad enough y'all don't falsely accuse me of something. Y'all didn't even have the footage because there was no footage that was found. There was no footage attached to what that report was. I know some people who would have just left right then and there. Right now, I'm some people, but then I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't. I said I'm doing it for the movies. Boom. Next problem. So I ain't gonna lie. I remember this shift was probably like 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. to probably like 4 p.m. 4 p.m. shift. Let's go 4 p.m. I was working online orders the whole shift. Mind you, I'm cool. And, you know what I'm saying? Shift was cool. It was long. It was boring. Whatever. So then when it's time for my shift to be up, mind you, my shift was up. I want to say my shift was up at probably 4 o'clock. I didn't leave till like 4:23 because the dude who was taking over for me, he didn't even show up. And the manager, and the same, mind you, the same manager who I have a problem with now, him, he told me, he said, all right, bro, just stay a little longer. He was like, wait, what happened? What's good, Sebastian? All right. The same dude, you know what I'm saying, I had a problem with. This man told me, he said, all right, bro, just stay a little bit longer. And if they don't show up by this time, I'm just gonna have somebody take over so you can go ahead and leave. I'm like, all right, cool. The person didn't show up till like 4:30. Nobody told me nothing. I said, damn, it's whatever. At the end of my shifts, I usually go to the, you know what I'm saying, concession stand. I can get me a refill. You know what I'm saying? I get a free refill. So I wanted to get me something to drink before I left. So boom, I ended up getting me something to drink. And as I was standing there drinking it, I was finna get another one so I can go. You know what I'm saying? As I'm standing there waiting for the dude to get done, I don't think I hear is, hey yo, Sean. I'm like, yo. He's like, what time your shift in? I was like, oh, 4 o'clock. He's like, oh, well, you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Why are you still here? I said, oh no, I'm just waiting for him to get done so I get my refill so I can go ahead and dip. He's like, oh, all right then. Just make sure you clock out. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So as I'm, you know what I'm saying, going to the as I'm going, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and clock out, leave, right? I see a couple of my auditorium crew. You know what I'm saying, I went ahead and said what's up to them, you know what I'm saying, that I went ahead and I want to go ahead and go clock out. As I'm saying what's up to everybody, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go in there, all I hear is, hey Sean, you can't be messing with them. So I turn around. I'm like, I'm thinking he trolling. I'm thinking he playing. He dead serious. I'm like, I'm like, bro, I was just saying what's up to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go ahead and leave. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the type of person I am in my job, I don't care what role you are. You gonna talk to me with some respect at the end of the day. I don't care who you is. I don't think people realize that I don't care about the wins in the story. I just care about my respect, and you gonna respect me. So hey, if we would have lost, you know what I'm saying? If we would have went out and fought and I lost, it would have been what it was, but I still gonna have my respect. Because guess what? You might win this time, but you ain't win the war. I'll catch you after work. So boom. I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, I'm not even messing with them. They literally just came out the auditorium. They don't clean nothing for the next 10 minutes. So I ain't gonna lie to you, me and the manager, we going back and forth at it because you're not finna just talk to me no any type of way. I'll whoop your ass. And that's the mindset I have.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So as me and him getting into it, I'm literally telling him, I'm like, bro, I only said what's up to them. I'm literally finna leave right now, bro. What is you talking about? And he was like, all right, well, you need to go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? Your shift is over. I said, all right, bro, I was already leaving, bro. Like, what are you talking about? And then that was the end of that. And then from that point forward, that's when I had to realize, I was like, yeah, bro, I really don't like your ass. Like, I really, really, really hope I catch you outside these premises. I want to. Because he was a snake ass boy. That's the only way to call him, is a snake ass boy. He's the type of dude you can never trust. And that's why I ain't fuck with him. Listen, you should know I don't like you when I don't even look at or I don't even acknowledge you. When I acknowledge you, that's when you should know I don't like you. So don't even try to keep playing cool like I want to. No, boy, I do not want to be cool with you. I don't want to be your homie or none of that. I honestly don't like the sight of you, and I don't think that's crazy to say. Boom. I end up leaving, and I know I just get a notification from work. They talk about you have a new assignment to complete. I look at the assignment. They talk about some I got wrote up for being for time theft. Mind you, I remember I asked the old dude I do that. Hey, shout out to that dude. Hey, bro, Brian, man, if you see this, man, you still one of the coolest niggas I know. Shout out to you, Brian. Coolest white dude I know. No, he wasn't. He was black. He was black. Shout out Brian, man. That man had some good skincare. I don't know what. He might have been a little bit of what's the word? Not Native American. I don't know. Shout out to good skincare. He kind of had like he kind of like for real. That's the best way I could describe it. I don't know why I said cool white guy. Just chill. But anyway, I remember I told him about it. He said, bro, what the hell is time theft? I said, oh yeah, if he don't know what it is, this bullshit. Mind you, our pay went by the hours. It didn't even go by every 30 minutes. So mind you, I didn't get no pay increase as I was in, like literally. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you just got paid another. No, I didn't get paid nothing. So as I'm leaving, I think that was the same day. So as I'm leaving out, all thing I hear is, hey yo, Sean. Now mind you, this is like a scene out of the movie because I was right at the side door entrance. And the only thing you see is my silhouette. I didn't even stop to turn around and talk to him. I said, yo, what's the word? Mind you, still walking. He was like, hey, just so you know, I had to write you up for time theft. I said, what you mean for what? He was like, oh, because you were supposed to clock out this time and you didn't. I said, I literally already talked to dude about it. He said I was good. He was like, you talked to him specifically? Said it just like that. I said, oh yeah, these niggas are on bullshit. He said, you talked to him specifically? I said, yes, bro. He already told me I was cool. He's like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I talk to him about it. I said, all right. Mind you, I'm gonna pay $16 an hour. Brother, we're not gonna act like this job is that important. Nigga, I can't even pay my Netflix bill with this job. Calm down. So at this point, I'm fed up with the job, and this is my strike too. So at this point, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't coming in there with no smiles, no nothing. Right? And then the other manager, this is what's crazy. All the managers started fucking with me. I don't know why they started doing it, but all of a sudden everybody had a problem with me. I hate to stop spamming that boom say. I done did that like 30 times. I'm sorry. I already know somebody in the comments somewhere talk about, damn, he's spamming. Damn, you still ain't got no motion. Mind your business. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Right? So the next problem comes is when this happens. I come in for another shift. That shift is from 4 p.m. to 10, right? Mind you, this is after the whole accusation thing, time theft thing happened, all that. I'm in there for a shift, right? I'm working in the podium area. So basically, I'm working where, say for instance, right? If you need tickets, you ain't got an online tickets, you have to go through the little line, go to them. Then when you know what I'm saying, get done with the podium, or no, what's that? The box office. The box office. When you get done with the box office and you come towards me, I'm at the podium. So I check the ticket, make sure you know. I ain't gonna lie, after like 20 tickets, I stopped looking. If it's old, it's old. Like, you got me fucked up if you think I'm finna sit here and try and figure out, okay, is this, what day is today? Did this ticket? No, I'm not finna do all that. I'm not. If you snuck in, you snuck in. Congratulations. You're a cheap bastard.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
All right, boom. After all that happened, you know what I'm saying? The tall black dude is back. Me and him, we cool. You know, so I'm over there talking to him, mind you. It wasn't like he wasn't working, you know what I'm saying, right next to me. Like, the concession stand in the box, not the box office, the podium was right next to each other. So, you know what I'm saying, I'd be talking to him. At one point, the little short ass Mexican, no, it wasn't Mexican. What was he? I don't even know what the hell he was. He like one of them village child that you be sitting on commercial talking about for 10 cents a day you can help this poor hungry child. It's like he was like one of them. I don't know what he was. All thing I know is he was like this tall. He had a big ass head. He had a small body. He kind of like the leader off the Marvel comics, but just black and curly hair. He was like, hey Sean, I'm gonna need you to stop talking to him. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to focus on his work. Mind you, speaking for another grown man is crazy. Not gonna lie, you kind of dick riding right now.
This is a sick Negro.
Because if that didn't come out his mouth and if he didn't get on the radio and say, hey, can somebody come get Sean? He keeps talking to me. Mind you, we're sitting there having a whole conversation. Why y'all dick riding like this? Stop. It's not looking good.
This is a sick Negro.
It's not looking good. Stop dick riding like this. I'm like, bruh, ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, for him to help in the concession stand. What's the problem? Was just saying what's up and having a little chat. Mind you, everybody did it. Now all of a sudden it's wrong when I do it. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. Mind you, I've never worked podium before, so I don't know what all I was supposed to be doing. He was like, Sean, I'm gonna need you to make sure you know what I'm saying, just keep at your post and keep doing your job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, ain't nobody in line. What am I supposed to be doing? He's like, wait, oh, you never worked podium before? I said, no, bro, I never worked podium before. You know damn well I ain't never worked podium before. But well, basically, you know, when you work podium, you're supposed to be going around sweeping, keeping the area clean. Mind you, these, I'm not even gonna call them that. These employees literally had stuff that had to be from 2012. Mind you, it was 2024. What's going on? From 2024 to 2012 is crazy because all the stuff was old and they barely worked. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'll go ahead and start sweeping, whatever. So then he ended up leaving. You know, I'm still over there cleaning. You know, so I'm still over there helping people, whatever. The dude comes back and says, hey, Sean, can you come with me to the office? I'm like, bro, why do y'all keep fucking with me?
This is a sick Negro.
Leave me alone, bro. Let me get my money and let me go home. As we walking back, on the way there, he just out of nowhere goes, so how you feeling? I'm all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I just said it just like that. I was like, I'm here, bro. I'm all right, I guess. He was like, oh, you still motivated? I was like, yes, bro. We end up going to the office. These dudes brought me in the office to talk about what I was supposed to do as a podium worker. And it was all about we just noticing you keep talking a lot and you're just not really focused. I'm working in a podium for a movie theater. You want me to check tickets all day. How much more serious do you want this job to get than that? This job's not going to get any more serious than this is getting. Like, you really think I'm finna be hyped and geeked up about a movie theater ticket? No, bro. And I ain't gonna, at that point, I was just so sick of that damn job. I didn't even care. I said, all right, bro. And then I remember as the conversation was going to end, he said, yeah, I also noticed on the way here, you said, you weren't really motivated. Why? He told me more about that. I told him, like, bro, it's always some shit every time I'm here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, let me go ahead and get prepared on training so I can go ahead and move up, because I'm gonna break down how they broke it down to me. They said working concessions is kind of like the bottom tier. Working in a kitchen is like the high tier. So my whole point was getting into the kitchen, because like I said, the kitchen, it was always lit. They always had the speaker back there playing music. So yes, I wanted to be back there. And mind you, at this time, nobody trained me. Nobody did nothing. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I talk to some managers. We're gonna make sure we get you, you know what I'm saying, trained on that. I'm like, all right, cool, bro. It's whatever. Nobody ever came up to me about it. Nobody ever said anything about it either. So that man just laughed straight to my face. Now, if I whoop your ass, I'll be wrong.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Damn, they having a fire alarm? Yep, they having a fire alarm test. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm hearing a noise. I'm steady thinking I'm hallucinating. I'm not hallucinating. All right. I'm not even going to talk about this time, because the time don't even matter. It happens to everybody. So I ain't going to talk about it. So at that point, that's strike 3. I'm finna leave. So I come in for this shift was on like a Friday from like 11 to like 5. 11 to 5. And I remember, no, I'm lying, like 11 to 8. 11 to 8. This was a long ass shift. I just left early. I remember now. I remember I was working at this shift. I was working this shift and I came in late just because I really didn't give a damn. I even came in Crocs because I didn't give a damn. They said I could come in Crocs, so I came in Crocs. My feet was hurting. Everything was hurting. I remember I came in Crocs. That should have let them know how much I cared. I came in late. I remember that one, the short manager who lied to me. I remember he came up to me. It was like in the middle of my shift. This day was just a whole damn mess. Come in. I dropped myself off. I'm getting ready for my shift. It's me, this dude, and the manager working. One of the managers that hired me, right? Not the old lady, the other manager. It was us 3 working. We was cleaning the theaters. And then, I want to say probably for like an hour or two, around there. That's when another employee came in. And when that employee came in, they were switching with the employee that was already up. So basically, they was just switching. I remember the guy had like another hour or two with us before he finally left. As me and Shorty is over here cleaning up the auditoriums, I'm steady asking him. I'm like, where did this nigga go? Why is it just us 2?
This is a sick Negro.
I'm so confused by it. So I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What's the next auditorium? So I swear to God, I could not make this up. Me and her had to go to the auditorium where they were playing Garfield in 3D. Swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I remember we walked in there. I said, bro, let's go see if he in there. I walked in there. This nigga was in the front row watching a movie with no glasses.
This is a sick Negro.
I said, bro, what the hell is you doing? He goes, what, bro? I was just sitting here watching a movie. Mind you, they said it was forbidden for you to do that. They said you should never be in a movie theater 10 minutes before it ends. So that means he wasn't supposed to be in. That man was sitting there like a big ass kid watching a movie. When he wasn't expecting us to catch his ass, he got up and he left. I'm like, boy, ain't no way. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, ain't no way in hell that this man was just sitting here watching Garfield in 3D with no glasses, happy as a kid. I'm like, yeah, bro, I gotta get the hell up out of this job. So me and her, we get to clean a couple more theaters, and then I remember we ended up getting one theater. There's a fucking mouse in there.
This is a sick Negro.
I swear this shit's so crazy. You would think it was you would think I was making this up on the spot. I'm not. Me and her was standing in those. We were sitting out toward the movie was finna end. You know what I'm saying? We were standing by the side waiting. She was talking, but the movie was so loud I didn't hear. So I was like, wait, what's up? She was like, you didn't just see that? I said, see what? What happened? She said, you didn't just see that mouse run across? I said, run across where? I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, hey, what's going on?
This is a sick Negro.
I started looking down. I'm like, nah, where it run to? She's like, oh, it just ran past. It ran down there to the garbage can. Now, mind you, I didn't see it, but this couple that came in, they had a dog. I do remember seeing the dog stand up, and it got what's the word? It got defensive. It got defensive. Start looking around. So I started looking around like, what the hell going on? She said ran down there towards the garbage. I said, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't see it, so I can't really speak on it. I remember it like 4 minutes later. She ended up tapping me. She's like, look, there it go. I remember I said, what? That mouse was standing in the hall with the light shining down on it, standing up on his feet looking at me. Swear to God, I can't make this up. He was standing on his feet. He seen me lock eyes with him. He ran back behind the garbage. I said, oh yeah, I gotta go. I'm not proud of what I did, but I did it anyway. I remember. It's not funny. This should not be funny to me now, but it is. I remember I seen that rat. Mind you, I'm from Chicago. I play around with everything but rats. I don't play with rats.
This is a sick Negro.
Rats is where I draw the line at. Roaches, ants, all that. I can manage, but oh no, you want me to start messing around with rats? Oh no. I remember I told her, I said, hey, I'll be right back. I'm finna go get the managers.
This is a sick Negro.
I remember I was walking against that wall. I said, I swear, as soon as the corner was right there, I remember I slid around that corner, I ran out.
This is a sick Negro.
Listen, man, I don't play around with no rats. I remember I went to go get the manager. Swear, this is why I never go back to this job. First manager I seen, I'm telling him what happened. Nigga said, oh, well, did you kill it?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I said, kill it with what? I have a broom and a dustpan. He's like, yeah, man, that's all you need.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Now, mind you, this a hillbilly ass dude, so he probably used to doing this every day. I'm not used to this. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, I told him straight, I said, bro, I'm not finna go in there and catch that. He's like, oh man, you got it. It's in your job description. Mind you, he said all this while smiling. So now he's trolling. I said, yeah, bro, I'm not doing it. You got me fucked up if you think I'm finna go around here chasing rats. Mind you, that's not in my job description at all. Y'all shouldn't even have no damn rats, mice, mouse, whatever you want to call it. Y'all shouldn't have none of that.
This is a sick Negro.
So I end up going to go tell another manager. Swear for God, this lady, mind you, this is the old manager, by the way. I tell her, I'm like, hey, it's a rat in the auditorium. First thing she says was, oh, well, did you kill it?
This is a sick Negro.
I said, hell no, I didn't clean it. And no, I didn't. No, I'm not killing it. I'm not doing none of that. And then she got like the disappointed side about, all right, I'll have somebody go get it. I remember I was running around. I yelled, oh yeah, we got rats. We got mice. You gonna play with me? Let's play. It's all, oh, no, don't say that loud. No, we got Mickey Mouse. I said that loud and clear. We got Mickey Mouse. Now, mind you, they want you to use code words, so you have to say you had a cold Mickey on your hands. I remember I said that nobody gave a damn. So yes, I started saying we got rats, we got mice. And do I feel bad about it? Not at all. I would have said it again. So I ain't gonna lie to you. After all that goes on, I say, I'm telling Shorty, I'm letting her know right then. I say, yeah, I'm letting you know I'm not staying for this full shift. I'm sorry to tell you. Mind you, they said that shift was, I'm like, it wasn't even from 11. It was from 12 p.m. to 8. I'm not working here for no full day. I'm letting you know right now. Right? So boom, I ended up telling dudes what happened. I'm letting them know. I'm like, yeah, bro. Today my last day. Mind you, I was saying a lot at that job, but I never really stood on the word because I wanted to make sure it could be a good final straw. And that was a final straw. So I'm telling folks, I'm like, yeah, bro, it's my last day, bro. I'm gonna catch up with y'all. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Cool. So then I remember I was cleaning out this auditorium with this shorty. I ain't gonna lie to them, let my peoples know. I'm like, hey, bro, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and go home, bro. Shorty comes up to me. She was like, oh, I think they know you finna quit.
This is a sick Negro.
I said, man, I had headphones on. I said, huh? She's like, yeah, I think the managers know you're gonna quit today. I was like, I wasn't even mad. I was just confused. I was like, how the hell they find out?
This is a sick Negro.
I want to leave y'all on suspicions. She said, yeah, they know. They must have heard you talking to somebody, told them. I said, well, damn. At least you know. Hey, don't I could say. And guess what? As soon as what was it? Oh, I remember. As soon as they let me go on my break, because mind you, this was right when the short manager came in. Right when he came in is when they started switching shifts. So mind you, this happened in like what? It was like 4, maybe 3, 4 o'clock, right? So they already got the break set up. So now I ain't gonna lie, I already got my execution in my plan. As soon as I go to break, I'm not coming back. I'm clocking out permanently. So boom. I know I've been saying that a lot. Just chill, bro. This is how I tell the story. This is how you know the story is good. Just vibe out. As I end up going to on my break, I said, all right, man. Hopefully the person who come in after me can help you. Because mind you, it was supposed to be 3 people who started working with us. As soon as I got that break, I left. I sat in my car and I drove my ass home in my Mustang. I remember I went home, I looked at the work app was signed off. No, I'm lying. That wasn't what happened. I saw like the friendly group chat. It was a GIF that was like, now it was a random GIF from like the leader of, you know what I'm saying, the owner of the theater, right? She said the GIF in the chat talking about some now looking for workers who show up on time. Next thing I knew, I was signed out. Whoop-de-doo.
This is a sick Negro.
I ain't never been so happy to leave. But what I didn't tell y'all, because if you remember at the beginning, or no, towards the middle of the story, I told y'all about the black manager. Remember I told y'all about him? I was like, yeah, he was cool. At least that's what I thought. Oh yeah, buddy, you got to get eliminated too. Another reason I left that job is because people had pedo allegations around. I know what you're thinking. Hold on, wait, run that back. What are you talking about? The black manager was he was one of the type of dudes that'd be who would be too friendly to the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? The 17, 15-year-old. He'll be real touchy and he'll be real weird around them. Like that's the only way to describe him. He'd just be weird. And they wouldn't pay it no attention. Like they'll think nothing of it. But it's just creepy because, like I said, this dude's my height, but he work out, and the best way I could describe him is he kind of looked like Ben Affleck's Daredevil Kingpin. That's what he kind of looked like. Michael Clark, Michael, I can't remember his name, but rest in peace to him. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He kind of looked like that. And he had on glasses, and he had a low fade. I remember the allegations went around. I don't even know if I even still got the audio up. If I have it, I'll play it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, I don't be playing. I'll be listen.
Okay, so this is stays in the break room.
Did you hear what they said? Talk about what happens in the break room, stays in the break room. And listen to what I said when I heard that bullshit. Listen to what I said.
Reporter from Cinema. Fuck what they talk about. This is Sean.
See, hey. I said, fuck what they talk about. Hold on, man.
Century Award on Aurora in Colorado. We have a female member saying that she does not feel safe. Please make sure this is in the video. Future me.
Hey, and I made sure I stuck by that. Man, what day was that? May 19, 2024. Buddy, you're gone. Y'all be thinking I'd be trolling. No, I'll be dead serious.